Jenna apparently hears this music in her nightmares. So you know it's time for the Delco Duo. I can't believe that.
I hear that song, I just think of having to sit here for 30 minutes.
I get excited by the music. I get excited by the music.
I spend Monday through Friday with you. I don't need you on my Saturday night as well.
And actually, we spend a good portion of our weekends together.
I'm just kidding. I love that song.
Yes.
You love it at home too. Welcome to the Delco Duo. If you're a first-time viewer, we're so happy to have you.
Yes.
And what we're going to do over the next 30 minutes is we're going to solve all your problems. That's all you need to know.
Or just two of them. But yes, so we are the Delco Duo. I'm Monica Cryan. We keep you anonymous. Thank you so much for your submissions this week and through the last few weeks. We've been having so much fun.
Yeah.
But before we get to the issues, we got to get to our debrief.
Okay, so unfortunately, we are not million/billionaires.
Billionaires. Well, actually, we've been calling this person a billionaire. The one who won the one. There was only
The
one.
one winning ticket. We're talking about the Powerball, of course.
Powerball.
That's all everyone was talking about all week long, and kind of that weird moment where the numbers weren't out because there was an issue, but no one really knows what the issue was.
The conspiracy theories are nuts with this, and I don't blame people. You know, a lot of times I get so irritated when something happens. I'm like, oh, why do we always have to have a conspiracy theory? There has to be.
I just think it was an overwhelming interest, obviously, because the lump sum at the time was $1.9 billion. That was the jackpot. So I think maybe so many people were participating, it kind of just bogged the system down. I don't know.
So weird. So weird that for the biggest jackpot ever, and for the first time ever, they had to not run the numbers.
Well, let's see. The winning numbers, they were 10, 33, 41, 47, 56, and Powerball number 10. Do you pick numbers every time you play,
No.
or do you go random?
Random.
Really?
You have to go random. That's when you're going to win.
I always pick like lucky numbers to me.
No, you're most likely
There's
going
no
to
science. I don't think there's
No, there
any
is.
science
I think you're more likely to win.
between if it's random or if you pick numbers that mean something to you.
But what I want to know, so you have a payout of $929 million.
Before taxes.
Right.
So isn't that less than after taxes are taken out of it?
Yeah, it's a lot less when
Right.
taxes are taken out. So technically, we keep saying, oh, the billionaire. You're not a billionaire. You're still just a millionaire.
Several hundreds millionaire, though. That you're close to a billionaire.
It is. It is really, really crazy, that amount of money. And
it was in
and all I
California, too. The guy was probably like a surfer, like, whoa.
Whoa, man.
No.
California's huge.
We don't think that about California.
California's
people.
huge. But what my question was, and everybody always talks about like what they would do with their money, and I already know what I would do.
Okay.
You know, I'm buying the Jersey Shore is what I'm doing with my money.
Dream big, Monica. Dream big.
No. That's as big as my dreams get. I'm just buying the Jersey Shore, a couple houses here and there, and then
A plane, a private plane is what I want. I want a jet.
And then I'm jet setting to other locations, but I don't want to buy too many houses. I don't want to have to manage.
Well, you have to save the money too. You can't just. There's a thing such as lottery bad luck.
Oh yeah, and then you
people
go
who
broke.
have won the lottery, they then find themselves with a streak of bad luck after winning the lottery.
Yes.
So it is a real thing. It's kind of eerie if you look at some of the stories.
But I need to know how much, if you won this, how much you would give me.
How much I would not give you any. I would allow you to come with me to enjoy my riches.
No.
You would want.
You're not
You
giving
would
me
rather
any
take
money?
the money than have experiences with your best friend going
You're going
on.
to be so busy. You're going to be so busy.
I want you to come too.
I'm still working.
Well,
so
you could
now-
quit your job. I would support you. I'd be your sugar friend.
Okay.
Your sugar friend.
You're handing out little bits here and there.
No, I'm saying, Monica, let's get on my jet and let's go to Dubai, or let's go to, let's go to
Oh my gosh.
to an exotic island.
But then I'm like, but Jenna, I've got kids. Can you bankroll their college?
I'll pay for a sitter.
No.
I think if I won
Would
the
you pay for my kids'
Powerball, I
college?
could. Would you want me to?
Yes.
Yes, sure. Would you pay for my kids' college if you would?
I already thought about this. I'm giving you a
Oh.
lump sum of $2 million.
That's nothing. You are
nothing.
$929 million and you're giving me two?
You're not even blood. I'm giving blood
So
like
then
4 million.
why are you offended that I'm not giving you anything?
I just want a lump sum. Just give me a lump sum.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let us know what you would do with
For
the
your
Powerball.
best friend.
For your friend, for your family. We would love to know what you do with the
I
money.
think it's really nice of me. 2 million.
And if the winner from California
making me-
is watching, we would love a cut.
You're making me eat out of your hand. Like, I got to be like, oh, all right, I'll come to Dubai. I don't even want to go to Dubai.
Okay.
I want to go to the Jersey Shore.
You can drive to the shore, and I'm going to be jet setting in my private plane. Let's get to our first issue of the night.
All right, first one comes from Erin from Ardmore. My girlfriend tells her mom too much about our relationship. Erin, this is one of those times when talking to the Delco Duo, you're going to get some advice.
Biased advice.
Biased advice.
Yeah.
And that's fine. We've never said
That we're
we are
unbiased.
that we are unbiased. We are biased. You talk to your mom more than I talk to my mom, and I talk to my mom a lot.
Really? You think? I guess, yeah. I feel like we both talk to our moms a lot, but it's really delicate when you're talking to your parents or even your mom about a relationship.
Yes.
Because if you are in the heat of a moment and in a fight with your significant other and you unleash to your parents, they then have a tainted look of this person.
They hold it.
For eternity.
Hold it.
So you really need to pick and choose when it's time to disclose to your mom.
Right. So talk to your girlfriend and be like, please don't tell her the bad things, and say exactly that. Because then they have this bad look of me when, that's just the typical ebbs and flows of a relationship. Usually parents have a harder time getting over the ebb.
But I also think this could be said for a mother-son relationship. Like if Eugene, your son, grows up and has a girlfriend who's treating him poorly at the time and he tells you,
right,
you're going to go into mama bear.
Exactly. So you do want to watch it, but this is very typical girls, women.
Oh, and not only does the mom know, all of her friends know.
Yeah,
her coworkers probably
relationships.
know.
They talk a lot, and I think you have to give them a little bit of space. That's to be expected. Grant them
But girlfriends, be advised that whatever you tell your parents is something that can live in their mind for a very long time.
Also, Erin, it's weird if she talks. The only thing I do not talk to my mom about my relationship is sex.
Intimacy.
Intimacy. That's weird.
Intimacy. Yeah, well,
I don't.
He didn't say yes or no about that, so I don't know. But I could agree. That could be
that's
a little
weird.
That's
if she's telling
keep that
her
for your
mom.
friends.
Yeah, that's TMI to your mom.
Yeah.
TMI to your mom.
Okay. I don't know if we solved that. We just gave you our 2 cents on it.
A little bit of grace.
Yeah, I like that. Give her a little bit of grace.
A little bit of grace, because everybody talks to their mom. All right, we've got another topic coming up from Lindsay from Linwood, and this has really got our newsroom talking, so stay with us for that.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear what she's going to say. That's coming up next, and we're talking about zodiac signs. So that's always a fun one.
Stay with us. Welcome back to the Delco Duo. Up next, we've got another topic, and this one is one of my favorites that got the newsroom talking.
It's a new favorite for you, though, because I feel like prior to bringing this up in the newsroom, you didn't know anything about it.
Right. So, okay, our issue is from Lindsay from Linwood. Should I base my decision off astrology zodiac sign? Do you have any more context to this?
Well, we don't, is it a life decision?
What
is it
type of
what you're
decision?
going to have for dinner?
Right.
It could be a million different decisions. So let's just pretend that it's a life decision. Let's say it's a big deal.
Then no, you should not base anything off of
People do.
I know they do.
Oh my gosh, people follow this stuff insanely.
I think I understand some people think it's a nice guidance. Use it as a guidance, but if you're leaning towards one way and you're like, oh, but my astrology or zodiac sign says this, do not change your decision or your course of action.
Some people use that as their answer. I mean, I always thought it was fun getting magazines and looking up what does it say I should do this week, or who am I going to confront this week?
Yes.
But they have them so detailed now where you can go into love, life, money. It can tell you what to do with your money.
Don't.
People pay subscriptions to get their daily their daily
zodiac,
future, if you want to call it that, or like what they should do.
Yeah, the money thing's very dangerous. Don't do that. Do make sound decisions, sound advice based on your own intuition. I do like when we were talking about our zodiac signs in the newsroom, because usually we don't talk a lot about what we do on the Delco Duo, so that this is a more candid kind of talk between the two of us. But it really got us going, and then I actually did find the description and traits of my zodiac sign very accurate.
Yeah, so we're going to show you some of the things we found about ourselves, and Monica, I will judge Monica's, and Monica will judge mine.
Okay.
So I am a Taurus, and some of Taurus's traits: dependable, dedicated, loyal, down to earth, stubborn, hard-headed, and afraid of change. So we did a mix of good qualities and some that they're not bad.
They're like the two, but the more tougher qualities.
Yes. Maybe some like downside of being a Taurus.
Like, here is a nail, here's a hammer on the head. Like, really, you are very dependable, you're very loyal, almost like to a fault, and then...
I'm like, so stubborn. You can talk to anyone in my family. If my husband was here right now, he would have so much to say about this.
But. And love you. But you are someone who when there's change up in the newsroom, freaks out.
And I'll admit
Gets so upset about it.
I've worked at the same place my entire life. I mean, I am clearly afraid of change.
No, I mean, this is a great...
I love routine. Tauruses love routine, and I am a routine gal.
It's crazy how similar... So in that case, I think you should kind of look at it as like, if you're making a decision, you don't ever want to be like, I'm a Taurus, so, I can't change. No, don't do that. But just say, kind of as an explanation, like, oh, haha, I don't like change.
I did this because I'm a Taurus.
Yeah.
But that can get dangerous sometimes when I'm being stubborn because I'm a Taurus. It's my moon sign said that I could be stubborn today.
I just like when I see, like, a lot of times I'll see, especially like women post on Instagram, they're like, haha, I'm a Taurus, so therefore.
Or like the season when people are like Leo season time, or it's our time, Cancer season. Like that to me is. I don't even know I know my own. I don't know any of the other signs.
I definitely see it as just, as a guidance, but don't base decisions.
Let's see yours.
So Cancer. And again, I do think that this was loyal, intuitive. I say so myself.
This is for me to judge.
Oh, okay. Protective. And then the two tough ones, overly sensitive and moody.
I don't think you're moody.
No.
I would disagree with being moody. Definitely, I can see the oversensitive. I mean, when you're angry, you cry. You don't cry when you're sad. You cry when you're angry.
I laugh when I'm sad. I'm like, ha ha ha.
But loyal, intuitive, protective, all things that I would use in your word bank.
Right.
We're both loyal.
We are. And I totally see that.
We didn't look up the relationship of Cancer and Taurus.
We should have. We meant to do that, but I think Jenna, who is our resident expert zodiac astrology, said that Cancers and Tauruses do get along, which is why, like, our second week of working, we're like, oh, good, this is a great friendship.
Yeah, this is going to work.
But I do think, so one of the other things is that I see that, and I have always known I'm overly sensitive. I always attributed that to my family. I think my family definitely made us overly sensitive. My brother is, my sister is, and I am overly sensitive. And so that's more nurture.
Family core values.
Yes, family values. We're overly sensitive people. That comes from nurture. That's just how our parents made us, and my parents to this day are like, I wish we had kind of toughened you guys up a little bit.
But in this business, you have to have thick skin. So I will say there are times, though, that you do have you're not too sensitive.
I'm not too sensitive to, like, strangers.
Yeah.
And in this business, that's a good thing. There's a lot of strangers who have opinions about me. I don't care. It's when you say something or
someone you care about.
Someone I care about, then I'm like, oh,
we could talk about this all night. I think it's so interesting. Use your sign to guide you. Don't make your life decisions.
Absolutely.
Coming up next, we're going to bring one of our own issues to the table. Is it going to be what's Monica crying about, or does Meisner need an advisor? Find out after the break.
We should just talk about our zodiac.
All right, welcome back. So we talked about 2 of your issues. Now it's that time of the evening where we bring up one of our own.
Let's see who's having a problem this week.
What's Monica crying about?
So
that was a really deep exhale before we got into this. Like, I feel like I need to like buckle in or something.
This is not a bad issue. This is just something that I thought was so
Irked you?
Yeah, irked me a little bit. I have much bigger fish to fry with like my husband. We definitely have like your husband-wife thing, but this was one of those
Fighting
things.
all the time. That means a husband-wife thing, when you just hate each other and you have to live with each other.
And you're just like, why? But just an eye roll. So the other day, Eugene decides he's going to clean out his closet and reorganize. I'm like, great for you. I love this idea. You clean out your closet. So he spends the entire day cleaning out his closet and reorganizing. And then I did a load of laundry. And he had kind of showed me. He goes, oh, look what I did, And I'm like, that's great, hon.
You oohed and awed?
Yes. Ooh. One of those like, great. I'm so happy for you. And then
I couldn't pay Tate to clean out the closet. There's not enough money in the world for that guy to throw out a short sleeve button down.
I guess
he had since the year 2011.
Honestly, I should be more supportive. So then I fold laundry and I put it away. Apparently, I put it away wrong. I put it back into the same locations as to
his laundry.
Yeah, I put his laundry. Do you put Tate's laundry away?
No.
Oh, see, maybe
it's so funny, and I know, like, as a married couple, you typically do like your husband's laundry, or you do one load, I should say, like whether the man or woman does it, or vice versa, your partner does it.
Right.
We do our laundry separately.
That's crazy.
Because he has so much more than I do. Because like if I come home from work and I put on sweatpants and a t-shirt, I can wear that again throughout the week. Because if I'm staying in the house, it's not getting dirty.
How many laundry baskets do you have?
Are we in the UK or something? Are we in England? I feel like that's what they would call it there. How many wastebaskets? So we have a big double hamper. So he has a side, I have a side, and then he has a third hamper that is just for gym clothes, because I don't want his gym clothes to be in like the other hamper.
But what about your whites?
I don't separate. I don't separate.
Well, I can't even talk to her.
I never have. All my white clothes are still white. It's a myth. You can wash your white clothes with your colored clothes and it's going to be just fine.
That's crazy. Okay, so we have 2. We have all of our colors and then all of our whites. Socks and shirts. Anyway, so I put all the stuff back into the drawers that I know, and he gets so mad at me. He's like, I reorganized. You didn't even listen to what I said. You didn't even watch where I told you to put the things. And I'm like, I thought you were
did the laundry off. And I put it away. That's what I would have said.
That's what I
did the laundry and I put it away. So
should I be expected
he
to know?
felt underappreciated because you didn't really really listen to his prepresentation. It just seems like you did not pay attention to the presentation he put on for you.
Should I be expected to rememorize his organized closet?
Well, when you opened the drawers or wherever you were putting stuff away, didn't you notice that things were different?
Yeah, I saw he had done such a good job of organizing that it looked really neat, and I just was throwing things where I thought they should go, and he's like, didn't you know? And now he wants me to hang up more things. So a lot of this reorganization is he wants me to hang up his jeans.
So do you guys alternate, or do you always do the laundry?
For the most part, I'm folding. He actually puts the laundry in.
It's a team effort.
It is a team effort.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, you got the easy.
See, you have to do what we do, because then you're only responsible for yourself.
That's what I told him I was going to do.
And you put your things away where you want them. You can find them, because Tate always is saying that I'm putting things away and he can never find where I put them, even though it's right in front of his face.
Oh my gosh, why?
We love you, men. All the men that are watching.
He's got 3 drawers of socks. That was another thing. I was like, dude, you cannot have 2.
Well, there's the athletic socks, there's the work socks, there's the no-show socks, there's a variety of
one pair of socks.
Oh, look how clean that doesn't look like your whites are doing too well in the washer there, Monica. Maybe you should follow my advice.
Again.
All right. Well, I can understand why he was upset you didn't follow the presentation, but put it away yourself next time.
Put it away yourself.
Coming up next, we have our favorite part of the night. It's Delco Trivia. So this is a good question. At one point, over 60% of the entire world's supply of toilet paper and paper towels was made here. Think about it.
Where?
Yeah, where was it made?
All right, have you thought about it? At one point in this town city, 60% of the entire world supply of toilet paper and paper towels was made here. The entire world.
60%.
Wow!
If you're from Delco, you know this answer.
Okay, there's a few questions. What paper company are we talking about? What town are we talking about? Let's just get this one out of the way. Chester.
Scott Paper Company.
In Chester.
Yeah.
That is so impressive. I am so proud. I had no idea Scott was made in Delco. I knew it was a Delco thing that everybody...
Every household has Scott toilet paper.
That's just what you use.
I love you, Scott, but it doesn't get the job done.
No, it does.
It's so thin. You could see through it if you really were looking.
If you are using anything other than Scott, it ends up in your booty. It like ruffles off. At least with Scott, you know that what you're using is going in the toilet. I hate going to a house.
I don't need a visual representation.
If I
of
go to a
wiping.
house that has Charmin,
Charmin is luxurious.
It rolls.
You know you're on the main line when you go into the bathroom and they've got Charmin. Oof.
And you're like, have fun unclogging those toilets.
No, I will say, my mother-in-law told me that Charmin does not clog. She said that they have a technology that it does not clog because I was telling her that I don't want to buy it. And she's like, oh no, it's fine.
Every time I would visit a friend, there it is. Every time I would visit.
This is a picture, obviously, from the early days of the Scott toilet paper production. And today, Monica, they have 600 employees that produce 2 million rolls a day.
Thank you.
2 million rolls a day.
That's amazing, and thank you for what you do. Because every time,
looks
like you
thrilled.
said, I would go visit my friends on the main line. I would be so nervous because I was going to go clog the toilet, even if it was just
how much
number
toilet
one.
paper are
Even
you
if it was
using?
number one, Charmin clogs.
So that's the thing, though, because when you have Scott, you take a lot, so you can't transition the same amount when you use Charmin because you're like thinking of your Scott that you need to use. So you're rolling and you're rolling and you're rolling.
It was so funny. So me and Eugene moved to Denver, and I obviously
Did they have it there?
Yes, they had Scott, but no one would purchase it. So we had friends over one night, and they're like, "Why do you guys use this toilet paper? It's terrible." And I'm like, "What do you?" They're like, "Are you broke? Do you need help?" And I'm like, "No, it's not about. This is what you use." Because this is the cleanliest type of toilet paper.
We always use Scott. I still buy Scott. It's on sale a lot because probably no one's buying it.
No, everyone's buying it.
It's literally, we need to do next Delco Duo. We need to put like a roll of Scott and a roll of Charmin and do like little drops of water. And I guarantee Scott will rip in 0.5 seconds.
If you're flooding it, but if you're using it, what we need to do is wet like a peach and wipe the peach and see what peach has the most residue.
Too far.
Nope, it's not.
That's too far. It also,
good experiment.
I feel like we don't need to talk about the details.
Love you, Scott.
All right, thank you so much, as always, for joining us on this Saturday night. Monica, if people are looking for us, where can they find us?
Or you just want to tell us what you use, Charmin, Scott.
Or Scott chaps your booty, because I think it does. I think Scott chaps.
Delco Duo at PHL17.com.
Or social media. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on all the social media modes. And keep sending us in your issues. Keep talking with us because we love to hear from you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday night for another episode of Delco Duo.